Hi, I'm Mrs. Romito, and this is another episode of Tips and Tricks with Mrs. Romito. Today we're going to be going over lab documentation requirements, or LDR. So let's talk about what are the lab documentation requirements. And I know this is a lot of information, but I'm going to try to cover it quickly. So these are specific requirements for certain assignments to earn lab credit in our course. And this is a lab science, so you need to earn lab credit. How do you do that? Well, keeping in mind that if you don't do this, your assignment will automatically be returned to you and you will receive a 0 until the time that you resubmit with the appropriate lab documentation. You will have that 0 there. When you resubmit it, then you will get your updated score. This is not required on virtual labs, and it is only required for hands-on labs. Now, let's talk about what you're going to submit. So you're going to submit either a video or photos. It doesn't matter which method you choose. And you have to include the following. There are 5 requirements. So step 1 that you need to submit is your workstation before you begin. So this means your material's out and they're ready to use. So you're showing that you know how to set up a lab station. Next thing that you're going to include is your result or products between steps, and it could also be at the end of the lab depending on what the lab looks like. So you're showing that you know how to do this. You're proving that you did this lab because we're not with you in a traditional classroom. We need to see that you know how to do a lab. You're also going to show then your workstation at the end of the lab, but before you've cleaned up. So just kind of like your mess. Step 4 is your workstation at the end of your lab after you've cleaned up. Again, you're showing that you know how to behave properly in a lab environment by cleaning up your workstation. And then step 5, this is very important, we need to see you in your beautiful mug in at least one picture. So make sure that we can see your face interacting with the material so that we know that you did this lab. You're proving to us that you did the work. Keeping in mind that this is different for every course, but for human anatomy and physiology, I've included right over there all of the assignments that require LDR. If you have any questions, always reach out to your instructor, and I hope that this cleared up any confusion you may have for LDR assignments.